What's going on, guys? Tanis here. Today we're going to be talking about the first time I've ever gotten high. Now, see, I just started getting into smoking weed and stuff, and drugs and stuff, but I'm pretty much staying for weed. But this is the first time I ever got high. Now, if you don't know what wax is, it's basically like a wax cartridge. It's like extracted THC. Like they compress weed into like this, I don't know, but they make it into like an oily wax, and they put it in this cartridge, and you heat it up and you can smoke it, and it's like really potent marijuana. It has like 90% THC instead of like the regular 20 or 30%, depending on how high quality it is. But basically that's what I used. So I had this neighborhood friend. His name was Michael. I went to elementary school with him. Very cool dude. He's like the best. He has the best house for getting high. It was really fun. But basically, I was like, yo, I got my pen and I got my dab pen. I got my cart. And he was like, oh shit, you want to come over and smoke it? And I was like, yeah, let's go. So, I didn't go over that day. I went over the next day. And basically I pulled up early in the morning. I got my Xbox with me. I set my Xbox up and we were just chilling. And I was sitting on his bed. And I'm like, I got it right here. And I whip out the pen. It was a Dank Vapes White Widow. Very strong shit. It's like 97%. But basically, I took around I don't know, 5 or 6 hits, and he took like couple hits, like 3 or 4, 5 maybe, I don't know. But let's just say 5 minutes later, or 15 minutes later actually, we kind of just like got slammed with it. And I just started feeling like out of it. Like I had like weird, like not like weird per se, but like it was just, I don't know, I was feeling like euphoric and shit and really tired. It was an indica strain. Like I was just chilling in his bed, just laying there looking at like his ceiling fan and how it span around and how interesting I thought that was. And then it was just like so crazy. And then he's about like 15 minutes later, he's like, hey, do you want to go on a bike ride? And I'm like, yeah, sure. So basically, we just go on this bike ride, where we hop on the bikes. He has a couple nice bikes. We go to the garage. We're just cruising down the street, and like, we just went to like, he lives in like not like a cul-de-sac, but like, one of those like mini like housing areas. Like, I don't know how to say it. It's like a tiny town, where it's like a bunch of houses. I don't know what they're called, but like, he lived in there, and we got to the end of his little real estate area, and we like went down this little hill and then turned back around, but I was super stoned and I did not know what was going on. So basically, he said there was like 2 neighborhoods. He said there was like his neighborhood, and then a neighborhood across from him was exactly the same. So I believed him because I was tripped. I had no idea what I was doing. So I believed him, and he said, oh yeah, here's the opposite neighborhood, let's go check it out. And he took me to a part that I didn't see of the neighborhood, so I was totally on board with him, and I believed him. And then we're just cruising down the street, and then on our bikes, and then, like, we just, like, the neighborhood looked really familiar. And I was like, dude, are you sure this is not your neighborhood? And he's like, no, it's the opposite. It's like, it's not the opposite, it's exactly the same. And I was like, oh shit, that's believable. So basically, we go onto his street, and I'm like, dude, that house looks exactly the same as yours. Because he has like a little pinwheel outside his house, and I noticed that. And I was like, and then he was like, yo, this is my neighbor, this is my, like, the exact house where I live. Do you want to go inside it? They know me. And I'm like, holy shit, yeah, let's do it, I want to check it out. And then we go inside, and I fucking realized that that's his exact same house. And he just tried to trick me, and it was it's the stupidest shit. I don't know how I fell for this shit. But I go inside the house, and I'm like, dude, it's literally exactly the same. Are you sure this is not your house? And he's like, yeah. And then, like, we go to his room, and I realize, holy shit, this is his house. I am mentally retarded. And I got super tripped out from him, and it was like weird, but it was an all around good high. I enjoyed it. We ate hella granola bars and shit. I got cottonmouth and shit. Cottonmouth sucks. It's like the only downside to weed. But other than that, it was a really enjoyable night, and we kind of just hung out the rest of the night. But you know, yeah, that's like my first time getting high. See you guys.